All right, episode 8, final episode. So it starts off with Justin's boy over his house, and he invites him to this party, aka club, and they sneak in or whatever with their license or whatever. So then he sees Keisha. It happens to be New Year's Eve, and they make up. And after that, they just enjoy each other's time until it's time for prom. Then prom comes. They go to prom. They have a ball. They doing their thing, doing a whole bunch of photo booth pictures. And then Justin just has to bring the day down. He then says, maybe I should go to Howard. I haven't been around this much culture in forever. And his girlfriend, and Keisha's like, you go to Vineyard all the time. He's like, well, maybe I should go to Howard with you. And that just turned the whole night. Keisha is then very annoyed because she's like, here we go again. You're lost. You're lost. You're still lost. And we're all the way in May. Like, why? So then they stop talking for a couple of days. Keisha is just annoyed. He goes to Northwestern with his mom and basically realizes right then and there that he cannot go to this college because he's just like, it's not for me. This is what my mom wants for me. So then he invites Keisha over, and the house is empty and it's just him and Keisha. And he talks about how he is super clingy and he's realizing he can't go to school because it's just not his thing. Keisha then encourages him to tell his parents the truth and be honest with them, but they end up ultimately breaking up. And Justin basically broke it to her like, I'm unhappy and you don't deserve to be drugged down with me, feeling unhappy. I don't know where I'm going. I'm clinging to you. You're my like latest addiction in a way, and it's keeping me off what I need to. So he's like, in order to fulfill who I am, I have to let you go. And she's just like, we breaking up. I think ultimately Keisha wanted to break up because she knew they would not last. Justin be very jealous and just because he'll be like yearning to be with her, and she just knew, but she didn't want to call it. So he ended up having to call it. And I think it's a beautiful thing to put yourself first and know like you're wearing someone out. I think that is ultimately love, to be honest. Like, I love you so much that I don't want you to hurt. I love you so much that I don't want to hurt you on mistake. Like, I love you enough to let you go. Justin also said, like, I need to focus on me and my future. And yeah, so after Keisha, like, after this whole conversation, he then later have, like, his dad and mom is celebrating him. Like, the dad just got another restaurant location, which was great for their family. But Justin finally sat down and had the courage to tell his parents, like, I want to pursue music. I want to not go to Northwestern. And it got a little heated, but he got it done. He did get the producer or whatever, the one who was doing beats at the shop where his cousin, he reached out to Justin and asked for one of Justin's beats. So I think that even more just, So then time go by and Justin and Keisha both graduate, and time is just going by, and then they ended up bumping into each other at the studio, and Justin asked her out on a date, and this was probably like a week or so or two before Keisha had to leave to go to Howard. So they basically go out to dinner and have the date that they should have had their first date. He gives her the bag that he bought her on their first date. They have closure. They basically get closure, knowing they made the right decision. It wasn't easy. And they just are hoping and wishing the best for one another. And that's pretty much how it ended. I think this was the love story that we needed. Like, for them to be so young and be able to make that hard decision, and it's not nasty and disgusting in a way, I think was beautiful. I think that a lot of people, when you're young or just when you're in love, you don't want to let somebody go, even though you know that's the right thing to do. And I think, but ultimately that is love. And I think that this was the love story that we needed to recognize, like, you have to love yourself before you love somebody else. Find out who you are before you just lock somebody down. This is great for the young people out there, maybe not wanting to leave their high school sweetheart go, or people who was with their high school sweetheart and realizing like where your relationship went wrong later when you like broke up in adulthood. Because it's a lot of people that don't make it, but it's a lot that make it. So I think this was a great love story. And it's a lot of high school sweethearts that break up right after high school and then later meet in adulthood, in college, and get back together. So, but this was the love story, the black love story that we needed. I know for me, it gave perspective on my teenage mind and just the logic of it all and the emotions and how emotional you are when you are a teenager. And I think as a parent, a millennial parent, it also gave me some insight that I feel like I'm doing a good job as a parent, but it also made me realize as a parent, I cannot be pushing my kids into a vision or expectation that they can't even hold up themselves, and that I shouldn't do that. It's just not selfish. I could be proud without making them feel bad for themselves for their decisions that they make in life. So that's one thing that I learned. What did you guys learn after watching this entire series? I can't wait for season 2. I'm so happy they got renewed. So I'll be back talking about Forever in season 2. Until then, I also want to say I think that Keisha and Justin were perfect for each other. They pushed each other, they challenged each other by them giving each other advice. I think that was great. Seeing it on the other side. I also want to say I just think they helped each other grow, and that's ultimately what you want in a relationship. And that's my last thought about this show. Be on the lookout. I'm going to be giving a whole bunch of reviews of just shows and putting y'all onto shows that y'all just need to go watch. So yeah, but that's my thought of Forever. It was so beautiful. All right, see you guys later. Check out my other videos of my thoughts because I be on some random stuff. All right, see y'all. Peace and hair grease. Bye.